So in my opinion, the best part of any cruise or vacation in general is making memories and the food and drinks. But unfortunately, on Royal Caribbean, if you want to drink anything outside of watered down tea, juices from concentrate, or water, you're going to have to pay for them. But in comes the Deluxe Beverage Package. And luckily for you, I just got off the Mariner of the Seas. So I'm going to break the total down for you so that we can see if I would have come out better not buying the package or if I came out on top by buying it. So stay tuned to the end of the video and we'll tally it up and see what we get. So buckle up, y'all. We're about to have some drinks. Now, briefly, Royal Caribbean's Deluxe Beverage Package includes cocktails, spirits, liquors, beer, bottled water, sparkling water, wines by the glass, fresh squeezed juices, non-alcoholic cocktails or mocktails, premium coffees and teas, fountain sodas, and you get a Coca-Cola souvenir cup by visiting one of your bars or cafe promenade and showing your SeaPass card. Now, in my little experiment, I was trying to see if I bought the Deluxe Beverage Package, would I come out ahead or behind versus just paying as you go and charging every drink I had to my onboard account. So please stay tuned to the end of the video. I'm going to total up every single drink that I had and find out how my total compares to the cost if I did not buy the Deluxe Beverage Package and see if I come out plus or minus. All right, let's go. When you first board and you're walking around just exploring, you're going to see people trying to sell you the beverage packages. Don't do this. Always pre-purchase for the best price. When I first boarded, the rooms were not ready yet, so I made my way to customer service to have a gift card added that I had received, and then promptly headed toward the pool bar. Now, Royal Caribbean does allow you to use your drink package on day one, unlike Carnival. However, there is a limited bar menu until you are so many miles out at sea, and then the full menu becomes available. After grabbing my cocktail, I was ready to get into full vacation mode, so I made my way over to the solarium. First up, April Spritz. This drink was fruity and refreshing, and I gave it a 4 out of 5. After my room was ready, I changed and got ready for dinner, where I had reservations at Chops, and I enjoyed 2 glasses of Moscato. After dinner, I made my way over to the Schooner Bar. We were still on the limited menu, so after looking over all of the choices, I decided to go with a painkiller. This cocktail was around average, so I gave it a 4 out of 5. The next morning, I slept in a little late, so I had to go to the Windjammer, where I had breakfast and a mimosa. The champagne or sparkling wine used in this mimosa was not very good, so this was rated at a 2 out of 5. After breakfast, I head down to Cafe Promenade and ordered my go-to iced caramel latte so that I can enjoy it on my balcony. I forgot to tell them how I like it, so this was just average, unfortunately. While I was relaxing on my balcony, I remembered that I had made reservations at Jamie's for 1:30, so I had to hurry up and scoot on over to the restaurant. When I sat down, I ordered a peach Bellini. This drink was fruity and bubbly, and I thoroughly enjoyed it, so I gave it a 5 out of 5. After a delicious lunch at Jamie's Italian, I tried to do a little live streaming on the deck, but as you can tell, this didn't work out. It was super windy, so instead I made my way back to the solarium and ordered a blueberry mint delight. Since blueberries are one of my favorite fruits, this drink hit the spot, and therefore I gave it a 5 out of 5. After a super relaxing afternoon on our first sea day, I made my way back up to my room so I can get ready for dinner. On the way, I stopped at one of the Coke Freestyle machines. This night, I made the mistake of eating in the main dining room next to a table full of rude, loud, and obnoxious passengers. However, my lemon drop martini was the highlight, and I gave it a 4 out of 5. Okay, are you still with me? Yes, we are still on day 2. This night, I chose to spend my evening in the casino. This casino was fun, lively, and while I played, I chose to sip on a Jameson 7-Up. This drink was watery and flavorless, and therefore I gave it a 2 out of 5. After a fun and late night in the casino, I was still able to make it up early to catch breakfast in the main dining room. This breakfast was fantastic. I ordered a fresh squeezed orange juice and a latte. The latte was so-so, but the orange juice was delicious. Okay, so that evening I went back to the Schooner Bar so that I could try a lavender daiquiri. It was delicious and aromatic, but honestly, I had something similar that was better at Yard House in Austin. I gave this drink a 4 out of 5. Now, the next drink I had was the Desert Pear Margarita, and this drink was the shit. This drink was the best drink I had on this cruise by far. I gave it a 5 out of 5 with 2 thumbs up. And side note, in case you're wondering, is she hydrating with all of this alcohol? Yes, I am. At every bar I visited, I was sure to ask for a bottle of water to take back with me to my room. It was so good, I even grabbed one to go and chug down a bottle of water before I went to sleep. The next morning, I went downstairs, grabbed a caramel iced latte, and returned to finish it on my balcony where I made a video to send to my father to assure him, yes, I was still alive. After that, I visited the Solarium Bar again and had 2 peach daiquiris. These were delicious, so I gave them 5 out of 5. That night, I tried the main dining room again, but this time I was put next to a very nice couple and enjoyed my lemon drop martini. The next morning, I decided to try the breakfast room service. It was average at best, considering it was $7.95 plus an 18% gratuity. The coffee and juice was below average, so of course, you know I had to go down to the Cafe Promenade and get my caramel latte. This afternoon, I was actually able to get in an uncrowded hot tub where I enjoyed another peach daiquiri. It was 5 out of 5, as usual. And I also decided to try a watermelon frozen margarita, considering this was Mexico Day. Keeping with the theme, I had the carne asada in the main dining room, which was delicious, and made my way over to the bamboo room to try the on-the-run adult Capri Sun. I didn't really care too much for the overpowering mint in this drink, so I rated it a 2 out of 5. But she did make me a dirty Kahlua banana daiquiri, and that one was pretty good. Now, I did have some other random shots in this bar. A lot of us birthday girls were over celebrating, but I didn't add them to the total because I didn't personally pay for them. Now, as you can probably guess, the next morning I was not feeling too well. I decided to go for just a fruit, cheese, and meat plate. And I got a Sprite from the Windjammer bar. And that Sprite was much better than the Coke Freestyle machine. Once I started feeling better that afternoon, I did have a pina colada. I rated that a 4 out of 5 because it was good, but it wasn't great. That evening being our last night on the ship, I did enjoy a delicious steak and lobster dinner along with my go-to lemon drop martini, which was a 4 out of 5. I retired early so that I can be sure to get up early for debarkation day. So now during these 5 days at sea, I consumed 18 cocktails, 3 glasses of wine, champagne drinks, 1 fresh squeezed orange juice, 6 coffees, 5 water bottles, 2 sodas, for a grand total of $343.75 plus 18% gratuity, which comes out to $405.63. So I purchased my deluxe beverage package during the Black Friday special. It was quote unquote 35% off, making the total $324.95 plus $58.45 gratuity for a grand total of $383.40. That is a savings of $22.23. Now, as you see here, I did have onboard credit of $132.78. So after that was applied, I actually ended up paying $250.62. But for the sake of this experiment, I am going to use the total without onboard credit. So it will be $383.40, savings of $22.23. So, was it worth it? I feel like the only reason I believe it was because I was able to apply onboard credit, bringing my total down to $250. If I had to have paid $383, I don't think I would have gotten it. By the time day 5 rolled around, I really did start to feel like drinking was becoming a chore. It wasn't as enjoyable as I found it to be on day 1, 2, and 3. Throwing in the fact that I could have easily brought 6 cans of soda on, as well as 6 bottles of water for a total of 12, and eliminated the need to get the 2 sodas I had and the bottles of water, my total goes down even more. So if you think that was a lot of drinking, it really wasn't. It just seemed that way because I never got off in port, and so I had all of those sea days that really weren't all supposed to be sea days. And I know that when I do get off in port, I'm not going to drink near as much. So I believe that I'm going to pass on my next cruise.